Okay guys, here's a follow-up to that part in the notes that we couldn't really do yesterday. Hopefully we'll do a better job of getting information from you guys during our 25-minute sessions. Period 7 actually went through and picked 50 random head or tail flips. Okay, and these are the dots that they came up with. One kid said that he got 12 in a row. He's probably cheating. The rest of everybody else seemed to look at, if you look at this, pretty symmetric, except for this one outlier with a center somewhere near 4 or 5. Now this, I took my calculator and I did this, guys. I went math, probability, random integer, and look, I went heads is 1 and tails is a 2, and I did this 50 times. And so there they go. And remember, you got to hit your right and left arrow. And I went through and I counted what kind of runs do we have. There's a run of 3. There's a run, there's another one of 3. Here's a big 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so on and so on. The biggest run I have here, oh, there's another one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's it. So I would have got a 5 out of that one. So I did that as many times as you did this, I think 23 times. So we could fill this out and move on. And look what happened. I got, the biggest one I got was 10. I got 1 3 and 1 4. Look how many 3s and 4s you guys got. But with an actual random number generator, the center is actually up here closer to 6 or 7, where your center is closer to 4. What does that tell you? It tells you that you guys are trying to instill some kind of order to a random phenomenon. Our intuition is telling us incorrectly, that predictably random behavior, half of the time you're supposed to get heads and half of the time you're supposed to get tails, should become evident in the short run. You start to get uncomfortable when you start to write these out like heads, tails, tails, tails. You start to get uncomfortable with me writing a 4th tails because you know it's supposed to be 50-50. You see what I mean? Some incorrect predictability comes into your head that isn't actually there. There's no guarantee as a result of these 3 being tails that the next one's going to be heads. It's not more likely to be heads. It's a 50-50. These things don't have to even out until you get to the long run, until you do something heroically many times. That's when it's supposed to even itself out. So my whole point here is that once again, our heads get in the way and we overthink things with short-term random behavior.